I'm here for a stream with this Hearts of Iron 4 with the new Endsieg update. And it's been a very, very long time since we played this mod because it was out of date for a long time. And now, it's been updated. And we're going to try and see how we get on in the World War I bookmarks. So either the 1918 start or the 1914 start. And I will throw it open to the chat as people begin to watch the stream. Hello, Gandalf213. It's good to see you again. I didn't think you'd actually stream it. Well, I was going to stream anyway. I was looking up for something to actually stream. And then I saw that this had been updated. So here we are. I'm going to quickly press a couple of switches back here to make people aware. Oh, okay. So we're going to hit do like that. Okay, so I had one suggestion to play Austria Hungary in the 1914 start. So perhaps we'll do that. Just try and sort out so I can see the chat. So yeah, I've got loads of new bookmarks here. I've got the 1910, 14, 18, and then the 4 which we already had from the original Endsieg, which came out in July, all those years ago. And can I view my own stream, please? Thank you. Okay. Hello, Eva News. Welcome to the stream, which is for some reason black currently. I'm assuming it's okay. So yeah, if you have any suggestions on which nation I should play, do let me know. I think we're going to start in the 1914 start, because that just makes the most sense. I don't want to hear myself talk, so there we are. Turn that off. Okay. Let's mute that. Okay, it's not muting it. My second screen is my laptop, so like sometimes it misbehaves. Hey. I need to stop. I don't want to hear my own stream, you know. But there we are. Okay. How about Montenegro? I had a quick look around. Ah, yes, the mighty Montenegro, Nicholas I. So yeah, Austria Hungary. It's not a good idea. Or we could go for the Germans or such things. Austria has multi-ethnic empire, which means he has worse division organisation and worse division recovery rate. Okay, it's not great, but could be fun. If you do 1918 as Germany, then you have horrible debuffs. Do you? I mean, I would imagine you would, because you're losing the war. Oh, black screen, nice. Okay, so in 1918, Germany has Shadow Kaiser, which gives less political power gain. Oh yeah, I see. 25% division organisation, 50% reinforce rate. Okay, yeah, that's bad. And additional stuff from North Sea blockade. Yeah, that's super bad. And the allies get a bunch of buffs. Whoa. I feel like it would be a challenge for a certain YouTuber I know to win and stuff. So we won't do that. We will stick with the 1914 start. I think we will do a challenge at some point, but I think this is I've never done any World War I stuff. I've never done the Great War mod, so this will be my first experience. Okay, so we're jumping as Portugal conquered pockets of Europe due to tag problems. In which start? The 1918 start. Or just when you I say when you were playing, don't start 1918 like you did. Okay, alright, okay. Got ya. We'll go with Austria Hungary then. We'll crack on with that. And we'll go. See how we get on. Yeah, this is my first attempt at doing any kind of World War I scenario in HOI4, because for some reason I've never got round to play the Great War mod. I think Navpreet, we're going to go with 1914 simply because it's less time to wait before interesting stuff happens. Well, I mean, I think we're going to go and just see if we can win from this position first and foremost, and then maybe another time we'll do the other one. Okay, so Austria Hungary has a whole total of 60 divisions. That's pretty good, and they're all seasoned. That's good. With cavalry, and of course, in this mod, cavalry is not going to be useless because we don't have tanks. They just don't exist yet. When do we get tanks? We don't, apparently. 1916. Now we can research it here. So wait, what? Early tank equipment. That's not a tank, is it? So we don't get it until 1938, really? Okay. And then we have a whole bunch of different type stuff here. It's essentially a similar format though, isn't it? Efficiency caps. Oh, and then it just clocks onto the basically vanilla tree once you get to 1936, 40. Okay. And then a similar deal here. Okay, so it's just a bolted on first part of the tree that then goes onto the original tree. Seems to be. The mod continues after World War I with the Weimar Republic and all its pushes. Nice! I thought there were tanks in late 1917. There definitely were. The British definitely had some, the Germans. Maybe the Austrians didn't have any tanks until later on. I don't know a great deal about Austrian history in World War I, so I'm not entirely sure. Well, we're going to go for reduction in research time. That's quite a loud noise of that effect. Let's turn that down. That's way too high. Okay. We have 5 research slots, which is, I assume, good. Efficiency cap sounds like a good idea. We already have things researched here. Hand grenade, hard attack. Are the divisions we fight going to have much hardness? Because there aren't going to be any tanks in them. Machine gun is ahead of time. How is it ahead of time? We are in 1914. It says 1912. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Support companies are standard. It's now a mortar company though. That's cool. And doctrine, we have 1 doctrine tree that then goes into 4 doctrine trees down the bottom. Well, we'll do a doctrine research at the start then, I think. Navy is not really important for Austria Hungary because we don't remain in land-based power. Planes we can't research yet. Torpedo bombs we can, but we can make scout planes apparently. I have to see if that's worth it. No, please go back. Air deal doctrine. This apparently is not ahead of time, even though this one is. So let's do that. What is that over here? Enables building trench. Let's do that and see where that takes us. Factories. That costs 25,000. The civvy factories are like a third, substantially more. Endsieg was updated 3 days ago. Oh, I was just going by the date on the Steam page, which said the 10th, but I'm assuming that's just the last update. Recently, as I've played Endsieg, after a while it crashes. It's been out of date for ages, but then it's no longer out of date, so hopefully we should be fine. I think we're with military factories for now. How many have we got? We got quite a lot of civvies. We have no equipment actually being built currently. Okay. Well, we're gonna want guns. Gonna want fuel. I don't know how much fuel we build. Are we gonna need fuel? Does everything consume fuel? No. I have nothing that consumes fuel currently, it seems. At all. So we don't need to put very much fuel. I guess we should stockpile some. At least have 1 factory on it to stockpile. Armoured cars. What uses armoured cars? That's a weird symbol for an armoured car. I'm thinking we're going to want some armoured cars in sort of our cavalry mobile division template. Let's start building some of those. Like 3 factories worth. It seems weird. It feels weird seeing the default production stuff because I've had to turn off the what's it called, extended and streamlined production mod for this because it wasn't compatible. Made it messed up the thing. Bicycles. Are they useful? I'm gonna want support equipment. I'm gonna want artillery. Have a bit more artillery, a bit less armoured cars. We've still got 3 more factories. That'll do, I think. We need some steel. Let's not buy it from America. Let's buy it from the Germans. And we need some tungsten. And we need -1 oil, but that's only going to affect... I'd rather that affected armoured cars, I think, than artillery. So we're going to put that down to the bottom. We have 1 naval dockyard. Okay. And focus tree. Loads of it's been done, obviously, because we're in 1914. Hello, Vodka. Welcome to the stream. Also in the mod, you start with a really small army, especially since you have a multi-front war. Yeah, I guess that's true, isn't it? 60 divisions. But then again, Austria Hungary... Actually, you meant Germany. By the way, the labels for tech are mostly wrong. Okay. I'll bear that in mind. So, doctrine, I mean, focus-wise. I guess we should be focusing on the army stuff now, shouldn't we? Bonus for land doctrine. Is there anything that gives me factories would be good? I can't do this until Franz Ferdinand is dead. Okay. Central power diplomacy, is that going to be helpful? These all seem like events, so it's like it's hard to know what's a good idea. Let's do that and see where those events take us. We have a whole bunch of political power. Okay, let's start the game. I bet we'll have a whole bunch of events and stuff happen, but we'll see. Speed might be helpful. Let's go for that. And let's get a... Can I get a guy who does faster military factories, please? Yes. The Dervish War. For over 10 years now, the Dervish state, led by Muhammad Abdullah Hassan, nicknamed by his English foes the Mad Mullah, although he is neither mad nor a mullah, has with Dervish troops successfully defeated several British attempts at crushing the Dervish state, which arose in British Somaliland in 1900. That's interesting. Good job, Abdullah. So I have 11 cavalry divisions and 49 infantry divisions, which I can see is not a great deal, is it? We have deficits of equipment. It's annoying. And we have 30 width combat divisions, so I'm not sure. Chat, help me out here. Should I be reducing that down to 20, or increasing to 40, or just staying where I am? Because I don't know if anything has changed under the hood with the combat, which makes the 30 width a good idea. Whether I should just be ditching these to make them smaller. I'm not entirely sure. I'm building a division of mountaineers for some reason. I didn't start that, did I? I didn't think I did. Oh, rations. Rations. Thank you very much, Nafbreak. I would have forgotten that. Am I just now making that mistake on the stream? Maybe it's really far behind where I am. Okay, rations is this one. Take 1 off armor cars. I don't know how many rations we need. This consumes 3,000 rations. To almost double the amount of guns it takes. How much do these cost to make? 0.1. So the same. So rations cost the same as infantry equipment to build, but it requires basically double it. Christ. I'm going to have to rebalance the way I do it. Because they... Yeah, okay. 20 or 40 width or 20 or 40. Yeah, so it's the same. So it's the same as it is in vanilla HOI4. That's fine. We'll reduce down to 20 then. I don't know if we've got a good field marshal who gives us the stuff. We have a level 5 field marshal, so we'll go to 22. We'll go to 22 combat width, and that will hopefully make our equipment situation a little bit better. Okay. We can now train a whole bunch of more equipment, more troops even. Okay, you can build 20. Just build, let's queue up 20. Why is there no music? Game. What music? Come on. I just can't hear it, maybe. Okay. You need a lot of rations, it's crazy. Yeah, it seems to be crazy. What nations have a focus tree? I think a bunch have, like the German one, for example, I looked at briefly. And it seems to be that it's part generic HOI4 and part custom. This is all custom here, but then parts of it are just political effort. But it seems to have been tailor-made for the scenario. I assume Russia have got one? No, Russia's is generic, so there's just a generic one, basically, within the mod. The French have got a custom one. And the British, I assume, have got a custom one. Yeah, they have. Maybe lagging a little bit. What does Endsieg do for the World War I start? Make a World War I scenario, I suppose. It's redone basically everything. Are you doing it the historical way? Well, I guess so. I'm going to be with Germany. We're going to have to invade the Balkan area here, aren't we? So we're going to want to deal with Serbia and then hold the Russians off and then bring all of our troops to bear on the Russians, I think. So like something like we'll take 13... No, 13 would be too little. We're going to have to split our army half and half, aren't we? At least. Along here. Along our border with the Russians. And then the other half can go and sit on the Serbian border. Ready to march in. Wait, no. That's a bad idea. I didn't. Oh, damn it! I haven't got any artillery in my divisions. That was stupid. Let's make all of our troops the same template. I don't like having weird mountain divisions. And then we're going to want to train our troops to get back to. Oh wait, no, I can't. Can I? They're regulars. I can't train them back to seasoned. That's a little bit annoying. Okay, so then what we'll do is we're going to bring our... That is an awkward frontier to attack, isn't it? I guess Montenegro, are you going to be part of the... Montenegro are friendly with the Serbs, aren't they? We'll be at war with them as well. What we'll do, I think, is we're going to stick our... against the Serbians, we'll sit our cavalry in this province here. These two provinces here, and then we'll attack this one here. That's probably the easiest province to attack, and then we'll try and get across them like that. I have an idea for a YouTube series: players White Russia win the Civil War, and then with a slight wait, then win against Germany. Interesting. The White Russians have a whole bunch of crazy modifiers in the 1918 start to do with the fact they have divided leadership. So yeah. I think there are some real challenging scenarios you can come up with in this mod, which is pretty cool. Considering there aren't a great deal of challenging scenarios actually in Vanilla HOI4 anymore. Yeah, all you guys should be on this frontier here, and so should you, and so should you. You'll have to excuse my cack-handed way of organising divisions. I'm not as smooth at it as Christo is. For example, no point in signing dockyards. So we have a deficit of 6.2 thousand rations, which is 106 days, and a 26-day deficit of that. So we're building this way quicker. We have more factories on it, to be fair. Just seems like I should build. I need to build more rations than guns. Now we're low on grain. I think maybe the troops require too much rations. Production _ materials grain. Like, it's not even a 1-to-1 ratio. It's a 2-to-1 ratio in favour of grain. Montenegro will join World War One with the Entente. Good. So we'll have to send some troops up against them. We should be able to overwhelm them. Well, I'm sure Austria thought that in real life, but they obviously didn't because they got bogged down pretty badly. I'm pretty sure, didn't they? Maybe I'm getting my history confused. Entirely possible. World War One is not my strong point. I'm much more familiar with the Second World War than the First. So 20 divisions being built. We are waiting on its rations deficit. That's going to be the limiting factor here. In fact, no, it's not. It's going to be artillery. Jesus Christ, how do we need so much artillery? Is it just a support company doing that to me? Yep, I think it is. We can get a support mortar brigade. Why would I have bicycles? They will provide just a little boost of speed to your infantry units, but their max speed is 4 kilometers an hour, which is the same as infantry. So why would I build it? Huh. Don't forget that Italy will join World War One at some point. Good point. That's correct. We'll have to try and be aware of that. Actually, these three here can probably sit along the Montenegro border here. We are. Okay. We'll add some more to that line as we get more divisions built. So we're going to have what is essentially a two-front war, aren't we? I forgot about Italy, really. The soundtrack's broken completely, isn't it? Oh, there it is. I can hear it now. There we are. Working again. Why don't you go on the Russian front, I think. Right, let's go speed forward now. Speed us up a bit. Being a bit slow. We've got 21 armoured cars built. I mean, perhaps we should just be... I mean, okay, it's only 2 factories to put on armoured cars. We haven't got enough rubber for them. Well, I haven't got any rubber at all. What do you think, chat? Should I just abandon armoured cars for now and just get more guns made and more rations? That's our first focus complete. Romanian? Reading off the chat. Romania might join in 1916. Yeah. We're going to end up in a bit of a tricky situation, aren't we, I think? Improved relations with Bulgaria. That gets... We'd get an ally there from Bulgaria, couldn't we? We're pretty gated here behind a lot of things that require events. Let's do this one, then we can do the armament effort and get some more factories. Our first research is complete, which was construction 1. Now we can't do that, that's ahead of time. Synthetic oil is 21 years ahead of time, so we can't do that one. We can do an upgrade to our artillery. We can do gas mask, infantry defense plus 10%, that'll be handy. Even though it says 1916, apparently I can do it with no penalty, so it appears the research tree is a little bit messed up. Germany's got 55 divisions. He's even, well, same amount and or less than me, even though I would have thought it'd be more than that. But perhaps I'm just not that clued up on. That's way too long. Whoa. I don't really know what to research. That takes 500 days to do. Really? That's not even ahead of time, it's just 500 days. That seems excessive. Let's upgrade to our artillery. And we'll continue to hire some military staff. Infantry genius will be good. We're out of power. Okay. You are trading too much steel. Oh my god, thank you very much. Jesus Christ. I'm -1 if I don't do any, and that will affect armoured cars. Well, that's our lowest priority thing, isn't it? I think we're not going to leave that as it is for the sake of 1 steel. Yeah, tomorrow research in 1910 apparently, but no. It's 25 years ahead of time, so we can't do that. Okay, let's go for the hand grenade. I'm pleased that we don't have to produce like uniforms and stuff. I don't mind having the rations and the oil as a thing, the fuel is a thing to worry about. I just wish that I think the consumption of rations is too high. Well, the amount they need, I don't know what their reliability is like as an item. Can I see that? I can create a variant of rations. Oh, I can't. Oh, that's disappointing. That's disappointing. I thought it was going to create rations Mark II. Now, including cigarettes or whatever. Okay, so in 1915 and toward the beginning of 1916, the Austrians did move quite far into Serbia and Montenegro until it soon became trench warfare. The Serbs eventually secured ports and such, along with the fall of the Ottomans and Greece joining the Entente. The Brits heavily reinforced the area. Okay, I see. So that's going to be our aim, is to try and do what the Austrians couldn't do in real life. Also, you're right that the Germans should have a massive army than what they currently have. Yeah, I would have thought they'd have more than 60 divisions. For a big military power that's been actively trying to improve its military. I'm assuming at the moment that the start of the war is just going to be scripted, that on the exact day in July the bloke will be assassinated and then we'll be at war. So I think that's the way this mod tends to be built. This deficit is enormous. I think because I'm building smaller divisions, like each one still requires the requisite artillery accompaniment. What are these done? They're training very slowly. December. They're not in time for the war. Okay. That's like almost a year. That is some slow training. I'm assuming we can't get rid of this multi-ethnic empire thing. Which is annoying because it's less organisation and less recovery rate. And we should probably have a look at this. We can do massive education investment, which gives us 5% reduced research time and a reduced construction speed for civilian factories, which we aren't even building. So there's literally no reason to change this at all. I could get plus 7.5% if you did the minimal. Why would you want... That to me seems to be like you'd always want to be on massive. There's no point building anything else. Censored press gives us defense against ideology, just drift, and reduced justification time. A cool noise for the research completing. Probably should be more than 100 divisions realistically. Well, like I said, I don't know that much about this period of history, but I'll take your word for it. You seem to know what you're talking about, Eva. Can't do armored car yet. It's ahead of time. A lot of things are ahead of time, and I can't do them. Is that worth it? Motorized. Why is motorized there when it's like 20 years ahead of time? Alright, I can't see what else to research really. We're still doing doctrine for another 65 days. So what we could do now adds 2 civilian factories. So either we do the next focus that gives us doctrine, which is this one here, so we can then chain the doctrine research together. How important is doctrine? It'll be... Wait, what? All infantry and motorized get -4 defense, but it's in green. What? I want to... They get plus 17 organisation. What? Individual organisation per division. That sounds like it's really good. The Russians aren't very strong, so it should be okay. Well, hopefully. You should get proper. You have to get propaganda press. It's OP. Have a look at that one. So I'm going to go for the improved tactics. We're going to chain the doctrine research, so it's quicker. Propaganda press. You said it's unpause. Oh yes, I think we'll get that. Increased division recovery rate. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Once we've got enough power, we'll implement that. Can we do any fighter research? Again, not except for torpedo bomb, which is just massively ahead of time. Yeah, but it's all ahead of time. We can't do this. We can do doctrine. Then again, what's the point in doing that? I think we'll just do the gets guns ahead of time. We'll just get them. How are we doing for deficits? Okay, we're fine. We have addition. Well, let that turn around quickly. We can build more troops. Just add 10 more divisions. Perhaps we should get rid of artillery from some of these. Then again, it doesn't really matter, does it? That much. Then onto artillery. We're low on grain again. Germany, give me your finest grain. Oh, no, I don't want to steal from America. Hello, Rick of the Dutchman. I'm very well, thank you. Thanks for coming to watch the stream. I was struggling to read your name then because you're written in purple on and I've got the dark theme on. Makes it slightly harder to read. So it's now June 1914, so we're not very far away from the war beginning, are we, really? Okay, rations deficit is 95 days, gun deficit is 44 days. So it's still a deficit of, like, even with 4 more factories on rations, we're still clearing our gun deficit, like, twice as quickly as our rations deficit. I think this is out of whack here, the sums are wrong. And also, like, the one thing I will say, from a historical point of view, is that, like, even in the Second World War, the Germans, for example, I know it's not the Austrians, but the Germans was, in a lot of places, were still basically living off the land. Wherever they were billeted or stationed, they'd then get food from there. It was like, some of them were surprised when they saw Americans after D-Day who brought all of their food with them in ration packs. So, like, it seems a little bit strange to have rations as like a centrally produced good. I understand why it's in the mod. But it just seems weird for me to be sat here with more factories making food, like rations, for soldiers than making guns for soldiers. Wouldn't they just be, getting rations from the countryside, essentially? Howitzer is correct. Correct? I mean, researched. Okay. Do you let me know if the music is too loud now? I can hear it quite... Whoa, well, here he is. There's our assassination. Let's pause it for now then, whilst we pick our research, and then we'll be on our toes to begin the war. I don't know what to research. Everything's ahead of time. Air doctrine, I guess. Alright, let's speed down to speed 3. So we got... Oh, we need a leader here. Who's the highest skill guy? We've got a skill 5. You're our man. What width are these cavalry divisions? 20. Okay, that's fine. That's correct, in fact. So we're going to try and speed through this province here. And obviously this one's empty. And then we'll try and cut off the troops from the rest of Serbia. And then we'll just rush through, hopefully. When and if you end the war, can you make it realistic instead of just annexing everything? And Gandalf says you don't get a normal peace deal. I'm assuming it's scripted, because a lot of things are scripted in this mod. Assassination of Franz Ferdinand. 28th of June 1914, Franz Ferdinand was shot by Gavrilo Princip, who was part of a terrorist organisation. Though the liberal-minded Franz Ferdinand is not overly mourned by the ultra-conservative Austrian government, Franz Joseph is using his death as a convenient excuse to start pressing for a war with Serbia. What if you could build super artillery divisions and shell London from, like, Belgium and part of the French coast? I'm fairly sure the Germans in the Second World War did have a gun that was capable of reaching the British coast. But shelling London would be a whole new thing. Like, there's 22 miles from Calais to Dover, and then London is another 15 miles. 20 miles further up. The size of the gun you'd need would be gigantic. Now that was the V2. I know they had the V2, but I'm gonna be wrong, but I'm fairly sure there was a massive railway gun that was capable of hitting like Not very far in, but like right round over. But I could be wrong. They had the Gustav for long range shelling. Yeah, so am I right? Am I right about it being? I could be getting things confused. No, the Gustav cannon and the Paris gun, which was from World War One. Oh, okay, so maybe I'm getting them mixed up, but you know. Most big cannons, the biggest cannons were at sea, generally. Except for a few massive railway guns that did exist. Okay, so now we get an event chain that just gives us war. I should probably have this. Is this all ready to go? I think we are. Anti-Serb riots in Sarajevo. Payback. Damn right. Shoot our prince. The massive railway gun was located in Belgium, I think. I'm going to have to investigate this after the stream at some point. To find out. I checked with the map. The distance from London to the closest French coast is 143 kilometres, and the Paris gun could fire 130 kilometres. Oh, well, there we are. They couldn't, in fact, have reached London at any point. Your troops are pretty badly equipped, Montenegro. We sent Count Hoyos to Berlin in order to confirm Germany's backing in the war. Yes. Help us out, Germany. Oh, we have 35 planes. Let's bring them down. Glorious air superiority. We've got a blank check. Damn right. To sign our planes. By 10 planes. Go on, sign. Air superiority and apparently total support. They could have reached London's outskirts because that's 126 kilometres. That's such a long way. How big were the what was the calibre of that gun? In inches, please. Not in millimetres. I won't know what you're talking about. Frag grenade is apparently ahead of time. I don't know what to research. Everything's ahead of time. I guess engineer companies aren't. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Let's do recon company 2 instead. We're low on rubber -2. That's all right. I think it's towards the end of July we attack, isn't it? 28th. Want to say something like that? No, it couldn't have been 8. It couldn't have been 8.3 inches. That's a relatively small naval gun. You mean 83 inches? Because the caliber refers to the diameter of the shell it fires. For example, like the Yamato, the big Japanese battleship, had 17.5-inch shells, I think. I'm surprised that it's 211 millimeters and it could throw it 143 kilometers. Wow, what is going on here? Ultimatum to Serbia. We have sent this massive ultimatum that I'm not going to read to Serbia. I mean, okay. Arrest Major Vojislav Tankosic and civil servant Milan Kijanovic, who were named as participants in the assassination plot. Okay. Ultimatum. I'm ready to fight. We're going to use our additional factory to make more rations, because we need more rations. More rations. Austria sends demand. Yeah. Paris gun was 15 inches. Okay, there's contention now in the ranks. 15 sounds more like what I would expect, because like if you had only an 8-inch shell, like the amount of energy and charge you're using to throw that all the way would be not worth the explosion at the other end. Like an 8-inch is not like a massive explosion, is it? Oh no. We are not. We're doing this too soon. This is all too ahead of time. But I have nothing else to research. It was a big gun, but barrel was actually quite thin, Ad. Thanks, Sambo. Also, hello, Sambo. This means war. Right, war. Okay, are you ready? We're ready to go. I'm assuming we go at midnight. That's how these things normally work. To my peoples! Here we declare war. Okay. Following the refusal to accept all terms of the ultimatum sent to Serbia, Franz Josef has gone ahead and issued a manifesto to my peoples. An mein Volker. So the text has presented the aggressiveness of Serbia as the reason for war. Okay, so we're going to immediately charge through this province here with our cav, and there's just nobody here on this province, so we're going to walk through that one as well. And then I think we're gonna try and pin these guys. Let's leave the city. I'm going to try and pin these guys either side so they can't react to the fact we're moving in. And then I guess the Montenegros are going to be in the war soon. There's still contention over what size the gun was. I like it. Go on. Breakthrough, guys. Come on, we can do it. I need to get a new focus. Let's do the one that gave me military factories. Come on, guys. You should make a breakthrough. We've got 2 cavalry divisions here. Well, sorry, 11 cavalry divisions. They're all in combat. No excuse here. My God, how low is breakthrough? There we go. We're through on... The infantry made the breakthrough first. Yeah, let's just keep momentum up. And then we're going to swap. We bring 1 division this way. We can encircle these guys. I know Montenegro is not in the war, so they won't get supply from there. Oh, hello, cavalry division. Right, these cavalry are crap. Like, properly bad. Oh, that's my Facebook. Let's turn that off so you can't hear that. I'd like to not get cut off here, so... Wait, is Belgrade empty? What the fuck? Oh, this cavalry division here is in Belgrade, and it's simultaneously defending and attacking. Nice. That's exactly what you should do with your capital. It's basically all of your victory points. Yeah, it literally is basically all of Serbia's victory points is that one capital. Try and cut off the entire Serb army. Well, I can't really because I could cut them off from Belgrade would be what I'd need to do. But I think I can just get. I might just get Belgrade soon because these cavalry are Christ. Yeah, I'll help you out. Oh shit, that's Russia, isn't it? Okay, please don't die, guys. The only mobilizes. Everyone's mobilizing. The Russians are pretty weak, actually. Like, they're pretty weak. Okay, perhaps we can advance to gain ourselves some more favourable defending positions, like either the Vistula or this river here. Yeah, I see no reason not. I see no reason not to move forward here. Okay, let's. This is a river here. I don't want to push across that too much. Might as well keep him busy. I mean, this is hills. They have terrible stats. They have 415 defense. That's why it's taking such a long time. Well, I guess it is World War One. How is this mod different from the Great War One? Well, it goes beyond World War One for starters. This is just the beginning, but the game, according to Gandalf, says that it continues past World War One all the way up to World War Two with events and things happening the whole time. So I guess that will be one difference. But I speak from ignorance. I've never played the Great War mod, so don't take my word for it on exactly how that mod works. We are right. I know. Perhaps we should move these cavalry troops somewhere else. I mean, then again, is it even worth it? Because they're clearly crap. Crap? Crap, that's what I meant. I meant crap. Breakthrough 6.8 for infantry. The infantry has better breakthrough than the goddamn cavalry does. And better soft attack. The cavalry is the same speed as the infantry. Why do I even have the cavalry? It's literally just worse than the than the infantry units. That's hilarious. Oh, we're at war now with the Montenegrins. I'd really like some more divisions right now. Okay, we're not actually strong enough to fight these guys. Seriously? Oh, they've got one division that's fully supplied. Great War mod hasn't seen development in forever. Is it not? 11th November. Right. I don't think this is working over here. What's happened there? Oh, I took Belgrade. We did it. We capitulated the Serbs. Right, everyone get on that. Right, I'm gonna get rid of the cavalry. These are trash. They're just worse than the infantry. Right, everyone can now get on that one front line. Are you using Conrad? Winter offensives are the best. Hotzendorf. Yes, I am. Oh, he's notorious, isn't he? He's like a famous guy. I've heard vague mentions of him. Man, I really do not know very much about World War I at all. He's like a guy who was like, was he really bad or good? I can't remember. I mean, Austria Hungary didn't do very well in the war, so I'm assuming bad. Germany, why are you manning this line as well? Like, I got this, man. I can handle this part of the front myself. Yep, now war with Japan. Germany's just going to sit here and just launch attacks against them and lose all his men. Mate, there's an empty tile up here. Right, we should pretty handily outnumber the Russians now. We have an 8.4 thousand deficit and an 18,000 surplus of guns. Yeah, let's just get all our factories on rations. That's all you need to build. I can't get any more grain from you. Why am I not at war with Britain yet? Why is Britain not in the war? It's way past his date he comes in the war. That's interesting. Okay, we've got an encircled division here we just killed. So obviously the aim here is now to push north and cut off everything in Poland. Makes sense. You might want to watch World War I Oversimplified on YouTube after this. I have seen that video before, in fact. Fair while ago, and I agree with you, it's a very good video. Pretty good, I think. Set some troops on the Italian border because they attacked in 1915. What? Do you know what date they attacked? Oh, I've forgotten about Montenegro. Forgot about Montenegro. I thought they would have given up with Serbia, but they didn't apparently. Let's grab some divisions and bring them down here. Well, I have got a whole bunch of troops who are going to be complete by December, and these guys by April. We can man the front. This is all mountains, so I think we could be able to just hold them. Did you know that in World War I, at one point, Russia was losing over 200,000 guns a month? I did not know that. And that is a enormous amount. What is going on here, Russia? What have you done? Ah, it's like playing like patch 1.0 vanilla Russian AI. What is this? You're gonna lose all these troops. There's French troops here as well. For God's sake. I thought it was gonna be hard. No, I insist. Please walk through my front. I'm gonna leave it completely empty for you. Thanks, Russia. You're the best. Such a good guy. By December, that's what they all say. Just pushing the Russia seems ease. Yeah. Paradox AI. Although people we say that, but like, you know, the Paradox AI is better than it is in a lot of strategy games. So, but no, it can be silly sometimes. Oh, the AI's doing the whole holy shit, we're going to be encircled stuff. St. Petersburg's been renamed. I don't have the strength to push across the river here, so but they're all going to get away, unfortunately. Well, the ones that aren't in combat. We have 3 new factories. Let's cautiously put something on something that's not rations. This is a massive rations deficit, though. There's no point building more guns because we can't use them. Start a second line of rations. Build some more artillery as well. Yeah, can we attack these guys, please? That province is empty, I think. Yeah, it is. They're definitely empty. What are you doing, Russia? Paradox AI is incredibly advanced, but at the same time so wonky. Yeah, I agree with you, Apollo Potato. It can be really challenging in certain ways. Okay. Yeah, thanks Germany. Please reinforce me. But why are you attacking that? It's 1 division. Oh, it's almost 5 apparently. He's got reinforcements from somewhere. Okay, so we're 1 tile away from cutting these guys off. It was weird not having any tanks. The deficit of rations is really irritating me. Okay, I should really be paying attention down here, shouldn't I? We're going to want more troops down here than we've currently got. Well, I think we can easily withdraw like these divisions here because this is all broken now. Let's bring them down here, and we'll have to contain this because France has not landed troops here because I wasn't paying attention. You have to remember how hard and complicated making AI for a game like this is. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I never seriously knock Paradox. Like I said, the AI in this game is much better than it is in a lot of strategy games. It's just funny sometimes because it does silly things. I don't think we can beat that, but we might be able to beat that. We're going to catch a lot of divisions here if we encircle them. Let's set up an offensive line so we can get some planning bonus. We should. Okay, they haven't manned the port. They haven't got anyone on the port. France this time is at fault. Being an idiot. Did we go on to propaganda? No, we didn't. Propaganda press, please. Romania also might join Entente, by the way. Okay. Romania has how many? That many troops. We have a bunch of divisions that are going to come out. We've got 30 being trained up. The first 20 of which are ready by December. And we should be okay then, because once we close this stuff up, we'll have shortened the front line quite dramatically. Right, I could... See, now here's the thing. Why is Germany attacking this province here, which has 7, and not this one, which has 2? That's just as easy to do. Let's try our best to... that's more important to attack north. Push them out here and we can cut them off just a province further west. It scarcely matters that much. Oh, Germany, what are you doing, man? Why are you attacking? Oh. Hooray! We did it. By taking their 1 port. Did it, kids. Montenegro's dead. Let's pin that guy so we can't reinforce the other battles that are taking place. Same for that guy. This guy is strategically redeploying and fighting at the same time. I have images of like guys on trains just like spraying bullets out. What do we need? Oh, not rations. We have rations. We got some captured rations from the Montenegrins, which means we can make some more stuff. Let's queue up some more divisions then. Another 10. That should be all right. Yeah, that gives us a deficit to work off, which of course is entirely rations. We'll put 1 factory on artillery and 2 more on rations. We need to find some more grain from somewhere. The Ottomans, that'll be alright. Oh. Come back, Ottomans. Need your grain. Okay, how are we doing here? We have broken through, it seems. Oh, no, we're still fighting here. That province is empty. We can cut them off if we get there. 2 days. Yeah, that'll be it. The title will be encircled. Well, that's a good start. Russia has got obviously way more divisions than me. I've only got 60. But he's not done a very good job of winning so far. Takes such a long time. Come on. World War I troops, you can do it. Who's attacking here? Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't do that, you're not winning that battle. I'm more interested in seeing if we can get this province here shut. And then counterattacking there, and then this one here can fall. Cool! Got it right then. Let's just double check everything's okay with the stream. Aha! I apologise, chat. The chat on the screen I use froze a bit ago. So I haven't seen the last few messages. Let me just refresh it on my second screen so it works again. I thought it had all gone very quiet. I thought I would just double check that it was working, and in fact it hadn't been working for a little while. Sometimes it just seems to break on my laptop, which is my second screen when I stream. Come on. Okay, I think I should be alright now. Although of course that will just restart the chat from the beginning. So, yeah, 5.5 thousand rations from Montenegro. They seem to have lots of rations, the little countries. Don't forget to garrison the coast. Thank you very much for the reminder, because I absolutely will forget to do that. Guarantee you I will. Can you bring up your manpower law? My manpower law is currently in limited conscription with basic training. We got a long way to go on manpower laws yet, which is good. We still got 210,000, so that's good. Is this a new update of the mod or new one? It's just a new update after a very long time. Okay, we have even more factories free. I'm going to put them on rations because that's what we need. That's what's holding us back here. We're losing stupid amounts of them as well. I have way too much fuel. I have 4.7 thousand fuel now. Fuel has the same cost as guns. I'm going to leave it on one factory just to gain the efficiency and just sit there. Hopefully soon we can deploy our first armoured car divisions. Although I'm a little bit annoyed that cavalry, it seems, doesn't move any faster than regular infantry. Which annoys me. I don't really see why that's the case, but apparently it is. Okay, let's finish mopping up these guys. These guys are all encircled now. Got one supply. Once that's mopped up, we'll have a shorter front line and we can press on. The UK has now taken necessary steps to join the Entente. Finally! Like 2 months late. Classic Britain. Letting the other guys do the fighting and dying on the continent. Am I right, fellow Europeans? Perfidious Albion, isn't it? Right, why are we losing here? These guys are surely out of supply. How are they in supply? Through Albania? Albania is not in the war. That's BS. Game is BS. My divisions are just unable to win. Yeah, I mean, these divisions here should be dead. I've currently lost only 6,000 casualties. 109,000 from the Germans. That's terrible. They've also made literally no progress in the West here. Like, at all. No, that sounds more like USA. Britain helped in both world wars. Correct. It's an older thing though. An older thing that originates more from the Napoleonic Wars and before, where Britain didn't contribute very many troops to the land wars. The French, is it the French? Not the French. They were the bad guys in the Napoleonic Wars. What am I talking about? There's definitely been a time in the past when Britain was just sort of happy with its navy sailing about and left all the fighting and dying on the continent to its European allies. It may have been things like the 7 Years' War or something, but it's older than the two world wars. Yeah, you're right. It's America in the Second World War gets it in the neck for being late, as it were, especially in the British. Yeah, I still need more rations and loads of artillery still. You hyped for Waking the Tiger coming out 8th of March? I am hyped for Waking the Tiger. I think it's gonna be really good. I think this is the first update where it's like, yep, this is definitely worth paying the money for because they've done loads to change it. I just wish that I think my primary wish is that the first two DLCs had been cheaper because they were both full priced, and considering the amount of content that was in those two and is going to be in this new one, it seems ridiculous they're going to be the same price. As I expect they will be. I can't imagine it'll be more than £15. I hope not. Look at all those troops we've surrounded. It's wonderful. Right, let's we can press the attack on this province from like 5 tiles, so we'll do that. Right. 20 new divisions are coming out in December. I think with a combination of those 20 plus troops pulled off the Eastern Front, we'll man the Italian and port defence border. Yeah, we killed a whole bunch of Russians. They've now lost, how many? 170k. There's now 20 in one province. And they're dead. And that was another, like, 200,000 people. Sad times. Well, for the Russians, that is. The question is how expensive for what you get. Well, yeah, it's value for money, isn't it? I think the first two DLCs could have easily been under a tenner. Like £8, £8 probably. But like, I don't know. I don't know if I'd even be more willing to pay like £20 for Waking the Tiger, and the other one to be cheaper because they were clearly less of a big update than the current DLC is going to be. This province here can be attacked from 3 different places. That's what we'll do. We'll try and force our way across this river. It's interesting the French have sent lots of troops over here. The British have sent none. Adaway, I have bad news. It's 1933 and Hitler still isn't Chancellor. Oh no. What a disaster. This is in your campaign, your playthrough of this mod, isn't it? Yeah, you're going through the Weimar. All that kind of stuff. Right. Everything is still basically ahead of time, and it's really bothering me. Let's start researching fighters massively ahead of time. What could possibly go wrong? What is this guy doing? I want to press these guys out. Right, let's hold off that for now. We'll come back to it. The question is, how cancerous will it make multiplayer? Why do you think it will make multiplayer more cancerous than it already is? Why are we suffering attrition here? Multiplayer is already a bit broken as it is. in my humble opinion, because it's like there is a very clear way to win it, and it involves like making the game broken and having like one nation make all the planes and stuff, and that's like the objectively the best way to win a game of multiplayer. Which I think breaks the game a little bit. Right now, Hitler is somewhere on the Western Front. Well, yeah, at least in theory. So there's a story about someone. I think it's a British soldier who said that he didn't shoot Hitler or something like that. Let him go after some entanglement. That could be just an old folktale. I'm happy at the moment just that the Russians pressed against us. Okay, this attack is now failing. Let's halt it and regroup. Perhaps we'll press this province here more. How many? I can't see how many. Oh, there's 4 divisions there, just stacked on top of each other. We've got 5 divisions here. Enemy air superiority. They have 103 enemy fighters. Were there loads of fighters in the 1914? I thought they didn't come in until like 1915, 16, 17. Swear down. I haven't got my air force can't like match that in any way. That's annoying. I wonder if the effect is as bad as it is in the later. I don't feel like it should be. I don't know where I see the actual effect on the troops, because it's not apparently here. It just says it's difficult to organise a defence. Because the consequences for having enemy superiority in the air in 1914 were not the same as they were in 1942 or wherever. Oh, anti-historical focus for Germany. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. About multiplayer. Right, we've broken them down again. Let's press the attack into that province. And into that one as well at the same time. No, just take that. There we are. Okay, it's now December. We can deploy our divisions. Hooray. Temporary neutral stance from Italy at the moment. What other division needs to deployment? Oh, this one mountain division that's been training. I forgot to cancel. Whoops. Why hasn't it trained these yet? There we are. 20 divisions. That's 21 divisions. I think we'll man the Italian front. It's all mountains, so we should be able to hold pretty easily. I would hope. There's also Romania, which is a thing. We have plenty of equipment now. Add some more divisions. Thing is, they take so long to train. We need new manpower laws. Holy crap, that's 30% additional training time. Jesus, that's a lot. Alright, so I want to delay going up to that manpower law as long as possible. Still 1914, so all of these things are still ahead of time. But there's nothing else to research. They're continuing to attack us. I don't see any ready ways to get through. This attack here is still not going particularly well. Get mountaineers for Italy. Oh, good idea. That's a really good idea, I guess, because we've got plenty of equipment. If I just reduce how many guys I'm training here, but like that. We'll have to reduce the size of this template. Come on, game. Down to 22. I have loads of support equipment, in fact. Let's make all of these. Requires 10,000 rations. Are you kidding? What? What? 10,000 more than it has now? It requires more, but not massively more. Yeah, that's giving me a big deficit of rations. Oh well. So 4.3 thousand is now 11 days. Our production of rations is now like a lot a day. So that's good. You should just get all mountaineer army. That's probably a good idea. Yeah, because we have loads of guns. Okay, this southern attack's now failing really badly. Let's stop doing that. Did we take that province yet? Nope. Still failing. The thing is, because these troops have got such low offensive stats, like, I want to have substantial superiority in numbers before I commit to an attack, which I just don't have anywhere. And there's no point fighting non-winning battles, so we're just going to sit here and drain Russia's manpower, I think. He's down to 3.25 million if you go over the upper limit. Limited conscription law. We got a long way to go to drain his manpower. A long way to go. He's lost 630,000 so far to my 24,000. Okay, supply is not great. Wow, it's really not great in this one province in particular. That's terrible infrastructure. So I would be surprised if the Italians were able to push through this at any point, so that's fine. I still don't understand why the French have got supply here. Oh, they haven't now. Okay, that's good. We'll just push them now. Easy enough. 94, 95, now that's good. This is now failing badly. Damn it. Right, do you know what? No more attacks. We're just wasting manpower and equipment for no reason. Until we can get more troops to bear where we need them. Greece has declared war in Albania. Why you do this, Greece? It's not part. You're not going to be fighting me. I don't care. Okay. Garrison coast for when Italy joins. Good shout. We'll use these troops here for that. They're about to complete their destruction of that group there. So that's fine. Good. Gandhi, was that Gandhi doing stuff? I clicked away on that event way too quickly. I think we're just going to sit here for a sec now and just let them beat themselves up on me, because they're losing every single battle across the entire front line. Oh, Russia. Same every time. We've got such a long way to go to drain their manpower and things. It's only Italy, nothing to be scared of. Are they going to naval invade me? Do they do that in this mod? I guess they do. But yeah, this should be done really soon now. I don't know why it's taking such a long time. They're out of supply. It shouldn't be hard. Just kill him. I don't know when Italy joins. If they join, it's taking a while to plan the naval invasion anyway, so we'll have time. And my next tranche of units is ready in April. I have 387. I've got way more rations than I have guns now. Because I'm way outstripping supply of rations. Sorry, of guns. What's the ratio I need to achieve? If I'm building mountaineers from now on, which I probably will do, we need 1,550 guns, 2,750 rations. So you do need substantially more, but I think maybe I'm gone too far the other way now. I'm building 440 rations a day to only 150. That's way too much. It's not double, is it? So let's come off rations a little bit and go on to guns a bit more. I think that makes sense. What's new, Russia? Doing the same thing as before? Good. Glad to hear it. I don't see any regions where we have a superiority in numbers to be able to press an attack. The trouble is the terrain's not great. 3 divisions here, but I don't have enough troops. Oh my god, come on guys. This shouldn't be taking a long time. Yeah, I can start putting new guns. But obviously that will reduce my efficiency. How much better are they? 12 defense, 0.2 breakthrough, 1 soft attack. 1.5 soft attack. So it's a 50% increase in soft attack. I think that's worth it. Holy crap, that took a lot of efficiency away. I thought it was only going to take half of it away. Apparently way more than that. Christ. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is this? US withdraws from Veracruz. Is this some kind of scripted rebellion? Let's go and deal with this. Didn't see an event for it. I want more armament effort. You have growing resistance. Oh, is this a resistance thing? Ah, I see. I need to do military police. Alright. We'll try and remember to do that. Okay, new research slot. Gas mask, that sounds good. What about the African front? Do we have a stake in the African front? Oh, I guess down here we do. I'm not gonna pay an interest in it. It's only Germany stuff. Germany can deal with it. Oh crap! That's 6 divisions. Holy crap! Oh, yeah, so we do definitely need to get on top of resistance then. That's painful. We'll pull some guys off this front here. Come and deal with it. Because I think we'll be fine. I don't think Russia will be able to push through if I withdraw some troops. This is annoying me now. Why is it taking us a long time to defeat these French? They're out of supply completely. So, like, surely I should just wait and they run out of supply. Let's go and do these Belgrade guys over here. But they're inside a city, in supply. Oh my god, they're moving. In supply, 6 divisions. It's going to take forever and a day to defeat these guys, isn't it? I still haven't got anyone doing port defense. We've still got substantial time to go until these guys are complete. Right, I'm rushing them. Get on top of this now. Not the end of the world. Actually, to be fair, it's kind of beneficial they've moved because it means I can kill half of them somewhere else. Oh crap! They all moved. I've missed a golden opportunity to. If I had been quicker there, I could have taken Belgrade. That's my fault for being slow. Growing resistance. Your engineer company to help my mountaineer divisions out. Right, is everyone in position yet? Come on, guys. So these guys, I don't know why their organisation isn't draining away. They're not in supply. I don't understand how they're not just running out of organisation. They should be. I mean, I haven't got any over here because of low supply. And they're sitting at full organisation with absolutely zero. So that's beyond me. Court speed 4. And the Russians are just pushing against this front still. And getting nowhere doing so. Right, so we're obviously going to push against... Actually, to be fair, it probably makes more sense to push against the urban territory, doesn't it? Well, I can't actually occupy the whole... Simply because... No, whoa, 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 whoa! Holy crap, I did not mean to do that at all. Simply because if I attack Belgrade first, I'm attacking 3 divisions in the city rather than 6. If I take this province first, they'll fall back to the city and just double the number of troops stationed there. I'm probably better off attacking that one first. Although, to be honest, I can probably press both. No, I can't. Because we're losing down there. God damn it, Hotzendorf. Do you think that the money of the capitalist pigs has made slaves of us money is the curse of mankind? It smothered the seed of everything great and good. Well, I don't know, Super Denel Bro. I am not sure I have a solid opinion on the virtues of capitalism. Yeah, we're losing both these battles now. God damn it! Man, First World War combat is boring. It takes forever. Just get on with it. And they're just in supply forever, which makes no sense. Like, the city of Belgrade doesn't just, like, self-sustainingly build stuff forever. What do I need? Artillery and guns. And steel. I need to import some steel from the Germans. Now, I'm low on supply. Me, the one doing the besieging of the city. Let's just crush them. Albania is secretly supplying those Frenchies. Yeah, I know. I can't believe it. You might as well keep the pressure up on them, to be honest. Just wear their equipment down. Germany has made like a little bit of progress in Alsace-Lorraine, and that's it. And stop dead in Belgium. Russia's now up to 1 million casualties. Classic. There has to be a way to get more attack. Maybe I need loads of artillery. That has to be the only way to do it. Just get crap tons of artillery in my divisions. Like, 1 artillery gives 31 soft attack. Perhaps we need to make like just like some divisions that include loads of artillery. Just be put to like specific points on the front and just blow their way through, basically. The rivers around Belgrade are not helping. We'll press that attack, I think. He's going to wear himself out attacking me from Belgrade. I know. How about if we just... Oh, he didn't move them all. Whoops. I thought he'd move all his troops out and I could just take Belgrade. but it didn't work. And now we've surrendered another province. Whoops. Play 1944 then and try and just focus on the Battle of the Bulge. Nothing else. You don't have to win on other fronts and win the war. See if you can win the actual Battle of the Bulge. I've actually looked at that a little bit, and also I'm going to plug my my history channel here because you mentioned the Battle of the Bulge, and I indeed have made a video on the Battle of the Bulge very recently. If you don't know, if you're in chat and you don't know, I make history videos in addition to my gaming ones on YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll find a link there to the history one. I've looked at the Battle of the Bulge before on this thing. The problem is, it's difficult to sort of like have a real influence on it because it's like the whole thing happens in like one province. Or what? Okay, two. Like these two at most. So it's kind of hard to micromanage it because it takes the battle took place on a too small a scale to be sort of represented in HOI4 very well. But we could try it out at some point. We could try that start again. At some point. Are they producing more divisions? I swear there's more than before. 3, 6, 7, 8. They are. Fuckers. Right, let's push Belgrade and let's pin them everywhere else so they can't reinforce Belgrade. And maybe we'll be able to push them across. Open command console. Puts in the search icon on click and clicks 944 tanks. Not going to use the console. I will be cheating. I'm not a cheater. Only when it suits me. Well, I only want to get like horrific game-breaking bugs that have to be dealt with. Improved naval weaponry is not important. Improved tactics is. Like in the Puppet Master campaign I did with the Russians quite recently. Was it that one? I think it was that one. I had a bug with Italy and I had to declare war on Greece to get around it because I kept having Italy be suddenly not at war with me when they were. It was really frustrating. This battle's still going on. Right, I've got 2 free factories. What do I need? For once, I need guns. And lots of them, actually. Still trying to put more railways in here. Oh, definitely going to check out that channel. On a related topic, any good channels about World War II? Yeah, my one. It's called Historiograph. You can search it in the YouTube, but to be fair, there's only one video. So, my personal recommendations depends on the level of detail you want to go in about World War II, because there are some channels that do, like for example, I'm sure you're all familiar with Simple History, with their like 4-minute videos that go into like no detail. My personal recommendation for like a really in-depth channel would be a channel called TIK, who is a guy who does like ridiculously in detail videos about World War II battles. And he's pretty small, and I would say that he doesn't get nearly the amount of like attention that the effort he puts into his videos would warrant. And he's a guy who does like lots of reading on the war and stuff like that. That would probably be mine. There isn't a lot of World War II stuff on YouTube, I don't think. I think generally history channels steer away from 21st century or 20th century because it's sometimes much harder to explain and show on the screen. You can't just draw like 2 neat battle lines on a screen with animated stuff and have them move around. There are units and subunits doing different things, and it's a bit harder to show. Right, here we are. Belgrade's going to fall now. Are they going to recapitulate, I wonder? I don't know. Maybe. We're actually losing against these guys, who are somehow still in supply. Why are they in supply still? I don't understand. They shouldn't be. They're completely encircled. The game hates me. I wish there was something like the Great War, but for World War II. Well, I believe the bloke from the Great War wants to do that. Indy Nidell is his name. But yeah, I mean, I agree. I would love to do something like that. But like, trying to do something is definitely a massive like team job. Much bigger than one person trying to do it, because World War II is such an enormous conflict. Yes, so taking Belgrade did not end this battle, but it did not put them out of supply, so that's good. Northern Beograd is now their capital. Naturally. What's this song? Offensive. Must be unique to the mod. Yeah, we're going to stop this then because we're losing the battle again. Who is the guy for World War II vids? There isn't. Well, apart from military history visualized, who does like presentation type videos that are quite in depth. TIK I mentioned, who's pretty good. I could be forgetting someone, but I don't think I am. If you know of any other good channels about the Second World War, do let me know. But like I said, most channels on YouTube that deal with history talk about battles from the 19th century and prior. And the other main reason I think it's part of the reason is that we know less about those battles. So there's more ambiguity. Whereas if you do 20th century stuff, you do Second World War, and you do a video on a battle in the Second World War, it's incredibly likely that someone is going to be like, actually, what you said there is not actually correct because I've done 14 million years of reading on it, and that something else is different because we know what happened much more. Whereas if it happened 1,000 years ago, the amount of historical knowledge is shallower. They're just easier to digest, generally. I found this new channel history graph. Seems fine. You heard of it? Well, allegedly. In fact, I'll let you all in a secret. The next video on that channel, which I'm hoping to be up in March time, is going to be on the Hungarian Revolution, which took place in 1956 in Hungary, funnily enough. And I've got a whole bunch of other videos planned for this year. That will take some time, including D-Day. We're going to be doing D-Day before too long, which is exciting. And yeah, the channel mainly, I think, will look at contemporary conflicts, 20th century and onwards. But there are some videos that will be about earlier stuff, particularly the English Civil War, which has virtually nothing on it on YouTube. Right, we've nearly finished with this Serbian rebellion now, and we can get back to the main business of killing French people and Russians and French people inexplicably in supply in Albania. My god, I have so many Russians. Look at this. Look at this. 56,000. I'm building way too many rations. Let's reduce that. Let's build a bunch more artillery. And we need to import some more tungsten to feed the artillery machine, and Portugal is not giving me any more. Hey China, give me some more tungsten. Thanks China. You're a nice guy, China. I'm a fan. One thing I will say about this mod, actually, is when you... Oh, this is cool music. This is cool. Reminds me a little bit of Mars by Gustav Holst. But at the start of the game, the speeches track that was in the original Endsieg is not in there anymore. Been removed. Oh, so when the Soviets illegally invaded Hungary. Yes. Czechoslovakia had some uprising thingy too. They did in 1968, the Prague Spring. The Poles as well had a similar kind of thing that took place like literally right before the Hungarian Revolution kicked off. But they had it basically peacefully resolved. The Russians decided to accommodate some of their demands, which they eventually decided not to do in Hungary. They were going to, well, for a while. And then they had a change of heart and decided on balance it would be better to just, you know, roll the tanks in and deal with them. And so on. This is... How are we losing this again? This is so irritating. I've got like 13 divisions unable to defeat 4 that shouldn't be in supply that somehow are. This game hates me. What scenario is this mod? This is the First World War bookmark of the Endsieg mod. I'm going to be doing... I'm definitely going to do some more Endsieg stuff because there's a whole bunch of scenarios we could do. I'll definitely do some for YouTube as well, which will be fun to look at. Can you give us a list of your plan this year? Also, there are tons of videos on Stalingrad. What about Leningrad? You could do really in-depth Battle of Berlin or Operation Market Garden. I would love to see that. Market Garden will probably happen. The thing about the videos I plan to do is I've just done the Battle of the Bulge, which means I've got a whole bunch of reading and notes and knowledge on the Western Front post D-Day about the commanders and what they were doing and the operations that took place and the logic behind them and so on. So therefore it means it's much easier for me to do something like Market Garden because I've already got a bunch of knowledge about it from the book I've read for the Battle of the Bulge, or books, plural. So things like Market Garden will probably happen, and a D-Day video and just a Normandy campaign video will happen because it's easier for me to do it. Eastern Front videos will happen. I definitely will do Leningrad once I've got able to buy books in order to read about the Eastern Front to then be able to cover it properly. I want to do it justice. Right, let's get these port garrisons in place now. Well, I've got 28 divisions here. Did I really send 28 divisions? Bloody hell. Let's get some port defences up then. That's a naval base. That's a port there, though. Is that the port for this province here? Yes, it is. Okay. So yeah, all I'll say is, you know, if you want to see Eastern Front videos, hint, hint, I have a Patreon. And that's sort of the money from the Patreon basically goes to buy books to be used in future videos. But of course, it's entirely optional, and I will be making those videos anyway. It's just a matter of speed. Is that everything? Oh, there's a port here. Okay. It should be everyone. So then you've got 24 divisions, which will now be sent up here. So what we'll do... Yeah, we'll just assign them back up here. The Ottoman Empire wants to help on our war efforts. Of course, Ottomans! You'll make all the difference. You're a 10 out of a 10 great ally. Definitely won't collapse at the end of the war. That wouldn't happen. They got a rebellion they had to put down. Fighting the Russians there. Okay, so now we're a bit stronger on the Russian front. We can push against them. Oh, Italy's in the war. I didn't even see. Wow, I didn't even notice. Okay. I should have been paying attention. I'm 13, so I can't donate, you know. Well, obviously that's fine. There's zero, like... The stuff is going to get made regardless. It's just if people want to help me out. And then receive my eternal gratitude. Right, let's try again. Port defense is now... Oh, we're missing a division. We need one more over here. Let's just grab this. Yeah. And they should probably have a general in case they do get naval invaded. The Italians are pretty weak. Perhaps I should be pressing... Perhaps I should push against them. Because, like, I feel like I could roll these guys over. But I can't really. I've got terrible supply in this province still. It's still really bad. What is the bottleneck here? 25% of previous infrastructure. It's still saying it's local infrastructure, but like, oh, control of edge provinces. I don't control the whole supply zone. Aha. Yeah, so well, let's not push there then. Aha, military police. That's a thing we need to do, isn't it? Yeah, we can build a whole bunch more troops. Queue up a whole bunch more. We now need to go to our next manpower law. It can be avoided no longer. Athens our training time, but it's okay. Got a whole bunch of new divisions about to be complete. And we should be approaching... Yeah, they're in really bad equipment problems now. Push! Take Brest-Litovsk. I think the chat is frozen again on my screen. Yes, it has. The last chat I see is the last one I run out by Even News. For goodness sake. Got to refresh this chat again. I don't know why it freezes sometimes. Rather frustrating, I tell you. Tell you. Can't get the technology these days. Right. Go. Okay, I think I can see it again. What was said? I promise to donate when I become rich. Thank you very much, Shadow of Northrend. Wait, Northrend? Yeah, Northrend. Wish I was interested in history when I was 13. I tell you what, the first thing that got me into liking history was the video game Rome Total War, which came out in 2004. That was a thing that made me want to do history a lot. Commanding those Roman legions. Okay, let's move these 10 over to the eastern front. I see no reason for them to be anywhere else. they can't move to their port defense line because of supply. That's so silly. What are you doing? Don't do that. Like, just come and stand like there, one tile over. The supply is so bad. It's like, nope, sorry, can't move there. I'm a nerd. I love history and science. I don't mind science. Science is okay. I quite liked it at school. I know some people who really like science. Yeah, history's always been my game. Okay, so we are pretty much, I think, in a position to push here. We're about to take this province, and then we can. Let's push this one as well at the same time, as we can catapult our way across immediately. Get across the river. Actually, no. Hang on. Wait. Let's not do that. Halt. Stop attacking. Stop attacking. Go to Brest-Litovsk instead. There's like no guys there. The Russians are in a pretty bad way now after all their pushes against me. I don't want to hit the big button to do it automatically, but I'm tempted to. I think we can do it easier like that. These guys are still here. God, I hate that so much. Well, we've got enough armoured cars now to make a division. So, hang on, let's start a new template and let's investigate this a bit more. The armoured car. What does it give? 12.5 soft attack. Such a weird. So that's clearly the wrong symbol for armoured car. 10 breakthrough. But it has pretty bad organisation. This means this is 160. 240 armoured cars. Max speed of 10 kilometers. So what do I pair it with, though? Because cavalry is in the mobile thing, but it only goes 4 kilometers an hour. Oh, I know. Let's put it in my infantry templates. Why not do that? Because then you'll just add the extra stuff. 22. Less organisation, less HP, less suppression, more supply use, but a bit less defense, but way more soft attack. Let's see how this goes. Increasing fuel, we're fine. Armoured car. Okay, we clearly haven't got armoured cars. So we're going to have to create a new template. Actually, how much support equipment have we got? Oh, not enough to equip everyone. Okay. Let's create a new template then. Wait, no. I meant duplicate. And this one will have armoured cars. We're going to call this Car Division. And it's going to have a unicorn symbol because, of course. What we'll do is, we'll take like a bunch of these guys. 16 of them will become car divisions. Giving me a gigantic deficit of cars. Yeah, that's a huge deficit of armoured cars. Let's build less rations to try and make up the deficit. How are we doing for rations now? We're on 46,000. We've got way loads. Easy, just breed faster horses. I don't know why. I think it must be a mistake or a bug. Clearly, cavalry should move at more than 4. But now we've got some armoured cars involved, which is good. We're still basically researching everything ahead of time. Turkey declares a jihad. Sultan Mehmed V has today officially declared a jihad, saying, "O Muslims, know that our empire is at war with the mortal enemies of Islam, the governments of Muscovy, Britain and France. The commander of the faithful summons you to the jihad." Okay. Let's see how that goes for you, Ottomans. I fear it will not go so well. Let's get a fighter focus going. Why not? We're being pressed here by the Italians to absolutely no effect. Okay, this is now not going so well. Let's halt that. Let's press in other places if we can. Like right here. And get a pretty big superiority of numbers here that will help. I'd like to see if we can encircle these troops up here that are pinned a little bit. We are winning this battle. Let's press everything into the attack there. Need more armoured cars, but first we're struggling for resources. There's nowhere that can give me rubber. Absolutely nowhere. But I feel like we need to keep pressing on with it because we need something to break the deadlock. And the armoured cars give such a big boost to things like soft attack and breakthrough. Oh, anyway, when is the face reveal stream with Christo? There will not be a face reveal stream with Christo until I am a YouTube millionaire. That's how it works. Don't you know? Alright, at least till like I'm a YouTube like, I don't know, like 1,000 air or something. You know? You don't need to see my face. My face will not improve the quality of my Hearts of Iron 4 play. Aha ha ha! Encircle. Get him! Get him, guys! Look at this guy, he's delighted! Of course, the Dervish State, I will definitely help you out. He is properly happy that I've agreed to that. Okay, if we can get some good encirclements here, I'll be pretty happy. Let's go straight north. There's a division, the front of one guy in. Let's rush up this car division to help out. Meanwhile, let's try and smash through victory there. Now we're breaking through a little bit. Russians are in pretty danger. This is all fine. Oh, come on, just break through here, okay, so we can encircle these divisions. Just do it for me. Still really struggling to do it. Just the defense values are just so goddamn high. Look at that. 714 defense. Ridiculous. Goddamn World War One. It's ridiculous defense values. Meanwhile, this is still failing. I'm going to have to bring more troops over here, aren't I, to do it. But even attacking with the port defense division. Russia's now taken how many? 1.53 million and 1.51 for the French. Good God, that's a lot of TID. 690,000 to 3.3 million. That's horrendous. Trenches are a thing. I know. It's annoying. Oh, they pulled out of there now anyway. No point. Let's all push up. But the Russian divisions are really badly equipped now. We can continue our attack. Let's research. Oh, we got fighters. We can build fighters, but we have no. Oh, our factories have been sabotaged. We've got plenty of rations for now. I need to get some MP. I need to stop pissing about. Let's get this sorted out then. We'll just do like a standard little MP division. It's not going to be elite. I don't know why it's elite. Regular. Thank you very much. Train a bunch of these. Plenty of them. Gives me a 33-day deficit of guns. That's okay. We can deal with that. We're actually winning the battle for once, which is good. Yes, air doctrine. We're at war with the Socialist Republic of Armenia, apparently. Cheers, Ottomans. Thanks for calling me in. Of this ridiculous war. Why have they got rebellions in somewhere that's definitely not Armenia? This is not Armenia, guys. Armenia's here? No, it's Azerbaijan. Here. This is Armenia, isn't it? Yerevan. That's Tbilisi, which is in Georgia. You can see the states. That's Georgia. That's Azerbaijan. That's Armenia. Armenia is here. Why are they rebelling over here? God damn. Is there potential encirclement? I think it might be. If the Russians aren't careful. It's only November 1915 and we're doing pretty well. Countries are a thing. Kurds. Oh yeah, Kurdistan. But are Kurds Armenian? Well, the Kurds are over here. This is Kurdistan, you're correct. I'm just confused as to why Armenians are rebelling over here. Seems a little bit strange. There we go. Okay, this is now... Let's halt this attack then, and we'll redirect that way. Try and break through as best we can. Armoured car deficit is now down to under 1,000 days. Great success. We're low on steel. Again. Perhaps a continuing focus will be a good idea if we actually have these in this game. Or we can do Polish Legion. Let's do that. Great Polish Legion. Completely forgot about that. Let's try and take Grodno. How are they still in supply? Well, we're being pushed back here. Perhaps I need to strengthen this area. I have got some divisions about to be complete. Let's reinforce this front. Oh no, that's me attacking. Why are you attacking? I've never ordered that. That's so weird. How's the Western Front going? Germany is doing a bad job of pushing anywhere. He's just bashing his head on these level 4 forts. It's taken one tile off the Belgians. One. Goodness sake, Germany. Trying to pick which provinces I can attack here. Right, this one here is pretty exposed. Let's see what we can do. It's testament to how high the defense values in this game are. That like these troops are completely out of equipment and they're still resisting pretty well. We're on speed 4. Like they're resisting for a long time. And yet we're losing here. Well, surely not. Look at the size of our defense values. How are they even gonna? Got no hope. Can't read. We can research these actually. Let's get the next type of engineer company. Even if it is ahead of time. 849 days now. 12-day deficit of guns, that's okay. Got plenty of rations now. After we had so little to start with. Now it's all okay. Oh, Russia. That division is really badly exposed. So is that one. Bring this car division up to help out. I like the music in this mod. I don't know if you can hear it. Perhaps it's a bit quiet. Let's halt this attack and redirect that way. But they're clearly much weaker. We've nearly at our first defensive line. We're gonna have to get a new one. See, this is actually this battle's been going on for so long now. Go on, get back in the fight. And you lot. Gonna defeat that French force if it's the last thing we do. I think at some point in the future, not now, because we've still got really bad supply over here. We've got 10 out of 10 infrastructure and it's still bad supply. Game hates me. Bottleneck is 5.66 is local infrastructure. But like, I can't make it any better. There's only 7.16 incoming. Regency Kingdom of Poland proclaimed. Today in the German Empire, Hindenburg and Ludendorff, hoping to replace their losses in the field, who are also the current supreme commanders of the German military, have insisted on establishing a Polish state dependent on Germany and thus accelerating the process of creating a Polish state. The Provisional Council of States thereby been established. Unlikely to happen, we say. That's taken land that I controlled. Has it? I think it has. Yeah, it has. Cheeky bastards. They've taken my land and given it to a Polish state. Now I'm building almost no rations and less cars. What a joke. What a grim joke. The one thing I mildly dislike about this mod is it's so historically railroaded. Much easier to steamroll in the Great War mod, is it? Right, that's a good way to push through, surely. We'll pin the divisions around them so they can't help. Here we are. We are making progress, it's just taking quite a while to do so. Press him there. Might be able to trap these Russians if we're lucky. Germany is finally advancing from Königsberg. It's taken him long enough to do it. 5-day shortage of that now. We have deficits of planes. They've been shot down. 750 a deficit of ours. Okay, we need to assign new offensive lines, I think, because it's properly broken at the moment. Let's have it up here. Reach the Stalin line. What will be the Stalin line in the future? Obviously, it's not currently because Stalin is but a young man and is not yet in charge. Okay, broken through. This is good news. Let's try and make the most of this breach, while still trying to be completely cautious about where we expand to. They are not responding particularly well. Let's try and get round these guys. See if we can potentially get some encirclements going. Hopefully guys do flood through here in a quick enough way that we don't get cut off. Let's destroy this guy here so we're not so precarious. Okay, so they're not at war. I'm not at war with Romania. The Russian front here is like wide open. Okay, no. You're losing this. Stop. Romania joined the war in 1916, just a heads up. Right, okay. I have divisions somewhere. Oh, I reinforced the west, didn't I? I have 14 more coming. We have a big we've got surplus now of guns and things. Do we know when they joined the war? They're pretty weak. Let's consolidate this breakthrough here, and then we'll bring troops onto the Romanian front and await their entry into the war. Crush Romania, and then move on Russia again. But I think we can, you know, we'll mop this up first. Okay, I think we've been stopped here now. Let's take that province there. Germany, what are you doing? Why are all your divisions moving away? Why you do this to me, Germany? Okay. Well, we're a bit precarious now, aren't we? Yeah, this one we can get attacked from like a billion sides. Get more artillery. Research. See, if only we had killed these stupid French divisions. We're nearly there, then we can move these troops onto the Romanian border. How long will you be streaming for tonight? Not that more. Maybe 40 minutes? 50 minutes more at most. As tomorrow is a Monday. Won't be very late tonight because I have. Oh no! Where are you going? That's not what I meant. You need to go on the Romanian front. I have many things to do tomorrow. Frontline focus 1. Okay, let's get that. Let's see what the event says. Where are my military police divisions? Oh, what's happened? Armenia has been defeated. You take that state, Turkey. You deserve it. Right, let's deploy these military police now. Right. You need to be garrisoning the areas we occupy. And also the parts of, I assume, parts of Russia we occupy. Oh, it's just Serbia. Okay. We're interested only in suppressing resistance. So it's definitely overkill, but oh well. Right, we've got 18 divisions now on the Romanian front, awaiting their declaration of war. I don't know where Germany's heading all of these guys east or west. Not sure what's happened to trigger that, but something has. Goodbye, Even News. Thank you very much for watching the game. The game? The stream? What am I saying? I appreciate you tuning in. These guys are properly nearly dead. Oh, that's a golden chance to encircle a division here. Their equipment is so bad now, the Russians. Now, they're manpower. They've just not gone onto the next conscription law for some reason. They're just not going to do it. Okay. They'd rather just be on no manpower. They've now lost 1.6 million. French now lost 1.73. Getting torn apart. Anyway, I think you will get revolts by every nation in the Empire in 1918 if this mod is historical. Remember the ideas of historiograph and the Endsieg idea. The challenge will be to make it to the planned port, encircle the Allied army and destroy it. Russians should get Bolsheviks done too. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, the historical events are all scripted, but the problem is, like, I'm clearly winning the war very easily, which means that why would there be all these rebellions? But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We won't get there tonight, but another time we will. Right, let's press on this way. The Russians have basically collapsed by this point. I could probably activate my battle plan. Germany declares war on Portugal. I'm sure actually they'll call me in soon. These guys on this front need a offensive line. The sooner Romania joins the war, the better. In fact, I'll just declare war on them. I could declare war on them, sweep through Romania in about 2 weeks, and then have more troops to put on the Russian front. 10 days to justify. Easy. They've got almost no troops. Like 10 divisions. They can't even man their entire front. Alright, we'll push down here. Greece and Romania are going to join the Entente soon. Greece join it as well. Okay. We'll do something about that. We have the troops. So the sooner we defeat Romania, the better. And we can defeat Greece handily as well. Justification for doing what? To take Romanian Carpathian passage from Kingdom of Romania. Okay. Let's do that. We're going to immediately try and pin all their divisions so we can take them on elsewhere. Actually, no, you guys go this way. Take one province. You do that, and then pin across this way with these guys. Okay. You guys need to move across. Easy. Hopefully easy. Guys, you shouldn't be attacking there. You shouldn't be doing that. That's not a thing I ordered. More concerned about pushing and trying to shut this pocket. We have been stopped by a division. You come down this way, then. Right, we've taken Iasi. Right, let's take one division and just go round him. Same deal over here. Just go round the guy who's stopping us. This is a confusing front line now. But a potential encirclement as well. You could attack Bulgaria next so you connect with the Ottomans. Bulgaria was also in Central Powers, so you might play good guy Austria Hungary. Yeah, they were allied with the Austrians, weren't they? Maybe we'll kill them, maybe we won't, we'll see. See how we feel. Okay, this is a pretty good chance for an encirclement here. We're going to press it. I can't commit all of them though because we'll get attacked from behind. I mean, we're not quite strong enough. I need to get more troops over here. I've got 2 front lines now for no reason. Let's delete one of these. We're all on the same front line. But these guys should be still attacking because I need to pin them. Let's try and cross over and strengthen the size of this bridgehead. If we can build up enough divisions here, we'll be able to encircle a whole bunch. Everything else is quiet. The Germans are pushing into the Baltics now pretty well. Yes, Ottomans, I'll definitely help you against Romania. Or you help me against Romania, whichever one you want. West is fine. Western front is... They're making slow progress, which is good. The Romanians are managing to hold us a little bit here. No, stop. But we've already nearly divided the Russians and Romanians. And to be honest, a longer front line favours us more, because their troops are more stretched and in worse condition. I can press them along the entire front. Obviously not there though. I know, let's just attack from 2 sides, will be alright. There we are. Right, here we are. Got a little bit more strength now. Begin an attack. We're going to chop them up. So what is a whole bunch of Romanians? Let's try and outflank them here. Okay. We've totally failed to get around here. Oh my god, they're left completely empty. What are they doing? They've left a hole in their front line. Silly Romanians, what are you doing, man? Just completely thrown away your entire country. Yeah. How did they get 53 points from doing what? That's a joke. Where did they get 53 points from? The Ottomans just sat there and watched. Cheeky bastards. We get a whole bunch of oil now. Can't take everything. Well, I definitely want to take at least the oil stuff here. Oh my god, these are states? That's a one state? Let's puppet the rest. The tiny little Romania. Little baby Romania. Okay, right, everyone on this front line now. No, actually no, that's a mistake. Made a horrible mistake. Oh, we've defeated the French, I didn't even notice. You guys stay here. Everyone else on this front line. The Russians are in trouble now, aren't they? Because they've got nowhere near the strength. Oh, they've actually called it themselves. Pin them. Pin everyone. I don't want them able to get away. Right, I've got 3 more. I've got 3 spare factories. Let's go. We need loads more armoured cars. Frontline focus 1. In an effort to put an end to this war as soon as possible, we have decided to put our full focus on the front line to give us an edge over our enemies. However, this will mean somewhat neglecting the home front, which can cause issues later on. Okay. Before you end the stream, could you check out 1918 if it's there? Yeah, okay, I'll show you it. Yeah, sure thing. Away, have you tried Ragnarok mod? I have not tried Ragnarok mod. What is in it, Vodka? Did we just go? This is this river, isn't it? Right, let's try again. Oh, they're gonna get out. It's so annoying. Oh, or maybe not. Maybe we're gonna get them. Oh, the Easter Rising has happened. Oh, that's cool. No, that's not how it worked, game. Yeah, that's really badly represented. I have to take issue with that. That's not, the Easter Rising was not like the entire country was suddenly a country at war with Britain with no divisions and 1 factory, and I was expecting to see like just Dublin be rebels with like X number of divisions. Yeah, that needs to be changed. That needs to be changed. That's for a game that has so many, for a mod that has so many scripted historical stuff. That's a bit disappointing. I'll see if I can actually tell the devs that at some point by the magic of the internet. Oh, what's this? Cede Macedonia to Bulgaria. Why would I do that? Like, why on earth would I do that? Improve relations with Turkey. No need to do that. Turkish reinforcements. Request German advisors. Let's do that. Let's see what event that gives us. I think we're losing these, but we're pinning. I want to take this 1 province so we get the encirclement. We've got some divisions here we can press with pretty easily. Let's launch another attempt at an encirclement by attacking northwards. Oh my god, look at this division here. Pathetic. Got almost no equipment. You go to war with every nation in the world as Germany in 1937 or 1939 with no forts. Oh, right. Yeah, I should try that. I would definitely lose. 100%. 100% would lose, but I will try it at some point. I also want to try the Battle Royale mod, which was recently appearing, which is like a similar thing where you're at war right from the start with people. I think that could be quite fun in multiplayer, actually. Sorry, I'm just resetting my chat again because it froze again. Here we are. US occupies Dominican Republic. Why you do this, America? Why must you be this way? That's an empty space. Thank you very much, Russia, for your kind and generous donation to the... Okay, what is this? What is this nonsense? Where are your troops? Where have they gone? They're so far away. You might as well keep attacking here to pin them, and we'll do the same to the south as well, so they can't react to our attacks. It's just a gaping hole in their front line. Oh, we got it! We got the encirclement. That's 7 divisions. Nice. French state took the dervish. Well done, French. How is our Western Front doing? We haven't lost any land. It's all just stalemate. We are losing this battle here. Let's could counter-attack to try and prevent us losing it. Oh, nice encirclement there from the Germans. French are being pushed steadily back. Going well. Not sure what the British are doing. Not a lot. They lost any troops? No. They have 0 casualties. So they've just sat on their islands and done nothing. They're attacking the Irish. They're dealing with them. But like they're not really fussed about actually fighting the war, it seems. Classic. Right, let's push up there. And into that empty province, and they've still not really reacted to this properly. Pin that division that's trying to reinforce. We've encircled another 3 here. Yeah. And we'll take this card division and we'll move northwards. The potential for a big encirclement, like around this sort of area here. Should have to try and investigate. We need to clear some of these encirclements up though. There's a white peace being signed. We've got 3 separate pockets at the moment which we have to deal with. Let's focus our attacks on this western bit. Reduce them in size. I'm still a bit wary of taking casualties. Oh, we're not putting any divisions. What a terrible mistake. Right, then take us down to 25,000 manpower. Then I'll have to go to our next manpower law. Gives us a little deficit of guns, but not too bad. We've got loads of artillery at the moment as well. Perhaps we should change this slightly. That gives us 21 combat width. That's a bit annoying. Not sure how we can get to 22. 19. That's 20. I want artillery and mobile cars in the same thing. But I can't because artillery is only 1 combat width. No, it's not right, is it? Artillery is more than one, isn't it? Yes, it's 2. But it's 3. It's 3 in fact. Hmm. Yeah, it's to make it frustratingly off balance, isn't it? I have to come back to that. When I was in year 7 and learnt about World War One, they told us World War One started when Germany went to war with Britain. Yeah, things get simplified when you're in lower years, don't they? Of course, no, it was the Austrian invasion of Serbia, I suppose, was the first war part of it. Come on, keep the pressure up. We're losing to these 7 encircled divisions. God damn it. Let's properly crush these now. I've had enough. In year 10 explain the assassination of Franz Ferdinand, yeah. Artillery 5. Wonderful. Howitzer 2. Kitchener and staff drowned. Lord Kitchener and his staff have unfortunately drowned today after boarding the HMS Hampshire for an expected diplomatic mission to Russia. Shortly before 1930, they struck a mine laid by a German U-boat and sank off the west coast of the Orkney Islands. Oh dear. Very sad about that. I nearly defeat those 4. Yeah, we're not succeeding. Let's go west instead. Leave 1 division behind. Oh, there's empty space here. Those Russians have done it again. Why have we got 12 divisions moving up there? Oh, were they in... Oh, they were depicting that encirclement. Okay. That makes sense. Western front is looking fine. Did we lose a position here? This is mine. Isn't it? Yes, I had this province before. They've stolen it off me. I'll have to get that back. We're so far to go to Moscow. Everything is so slow when you don't have armoured divisions that move quickly. Final encircle is just such a ball ache. Got them down to maybe 60 divisions, or out of manpower. Okay. Let's cancel some of these divisions. Get ourselves back in the positive manpower. The next manpower law is going to be the one that starts hurting our economy. Oh my god, it's 40% factory output. Jesus. That's horrific. That'll cripple our economy. Okay, we got through here. Good job. I do very much like the music in this mod. That's an empty province. GG. No, I don't want to do demobilization. That's not a thing I want to do at all. German advisors. It's way ahead of time. Is there any of this we can do? Nope. Can't do that either. There's not a lot I can research, is there? Really is not, or very much. I best advanced artillery. Yeah, let's not do that then. Okay, the Russians have just completely failed to reinforce this. So we're going to exploit that to the full, and we're going to get an encirclement going. Push due south. These guys. We're also going to start engaging them to block them from reinforcing. They've just completely just not even moved. Again, the same story here. Just gonna let me encircle them apparently. I don't know what's happened here. Has something happened? Are they at war with someone else now? No. I don't think so. But they just seem to be losing divisions everywhere. Or maybe the French have pulled some out that they had there before. That's entirely possible. Take Grodno. And that's gone to Poland for some reason. It's interesting. What focus can we do now? War effort? Let's do that. That sounds appropriate. Yep, and we cut them off. Hilarious. I don't know what the Russians are doing here. We'll push out to our offensive line and then we'll deal with this stuff here. Easy enough. Let's cross the river. Move down to Odessa. We really should have defeated this division by now. These guys are completely encircled. Why is this bit gone to me and that this state here has gone to Poland? I don't quite follow. And the Western Front's now collapsing for the French as well. I don't also know why Germany has divisions just sat in his nation, just randomly. I don't quite see the logic in that either. Well, at least it's not in my primary school that a state of war existed between Britain and Germany was said by Winston Churchill. Oh, did somebody say that, did they? What's that good old guy, Neville Chamberlain? 10 out of 10, great Prime Minister. Oh, they're all retreating out the ports. I'm an idiot. I've let it happen by accident. I've squandered the chance to destroy them. Okay, so they have finally reinforced. Let's try and get across the river. Let's get some bridgeheads. We have them. We have one up here north of Kiev. And they've actually abandoned Kiev, so that's funny. Attack them to pin. It's like the Russians haven't got enough divisions to man the front anymore. I might have manpower again. There we are. We've got a bridgehead across. Good. We have a spare factory. Armoured car deficit is now 1.4 thousand. We're getting there. Slowly. As we have a big gun deficit and we haven't got manpower, we could probably now make some of our divisions mountaineers. So let's grab like all the ones that aren't currently, which is these guys, and go for another 20 to become mountaineers. Shouldn't be too horrific a deficit. No, not even one at all, so that's fine. Push them back across the river. Squash the pocket now. Going pretty well, I'd say. How far is Russia towards capitulation at this point? Oh, barely. I don't know why France has lost so many. 2 million. Really is struggling. Again, I don't know what the Russians are doing here, but it's hilarious. We need a new offensive line, I think. Actually, what's this? They've left a big gap for us. Let's move against them. We're a bit thin up here for some reason. We've only got one division on each tile. Yeah, they're moving north. That's good. I think we're happy with how we are down here. I want to move forward in the north now towards Moscow. I haven't even taken Vitebsk and Smolensk yet. Moscow's here. Try and flush them out of this little salient. I don't know what they're doing here, but they haven't moved again. They haven't reacted to a massive danger of encirclement again. It's like they have just run out of divisions. Oh, they have. They really have. Where have they gone? It's like they've completely run out of divisions. I'm at the point now where we might as well just start doing this with the AI. It's that bad. Now there's another encirclement. Dreadful. I mean, what will happen if we order a general offensive across the entire front with a new offensive line? Aggressive. How badly do we do? We do some attacks that are not great. We should probably be encircling here, not attacking straight on. You should be attacking with him. Okay, there's a couple of bad attacks going on, but nothing horrific. This guy needs to be crushed, though. How did you start HOI4? Play the tutorial or load in as a minor and found shit from that? As I recall correctly, I did the tutorial as Italy, and then like for the play for like 6 months, Italy worked out like how to do wars and stuff. Oh shit! No, we're attacking here. No! I didn't mean this bit. Didn't mean this one. I meant the Eastern Front. Okay. And my first game I think was as Greece. I played a game as Greece to get familiar with the game as fascist Greece, and then the second campaign I did in HOI4 was as fascist Turkey, and that was my first YouTube campaign. If you go back on my old YouTube videos on my channel, the first HOI4 series I do is fascist Turkey, and that is the second campaign I did in HOI4. And now I'm still pretty bad at it, still using battle plans for everything and all that kind of stuff. Oh, nice encirclement. Thanks very much, Russia. Yeah, I think we can leave the AI plan on now, because we're just like storming through them. Not a lot the Russians can do about it. They have no troops. They've got to man the entire front with like not many troops anymore. 20, 30 divisions at most. Most of them are encircled. Not going very well for them, is it? Meanwhile, okay, we shouldn't be attacking here, guys. I did turn this off. Stop. 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 Stop doing it. Research. Again, I still don't really know what to research here, because everything seems to be ahead of time all of the time. Brutal offensive kicks off. Does it? Does it, game? Are they really on the offensive? I don't think so. Don't think they are. We're still on like the very edge of our manpower limit here. Defense in depth or Schwerpunkt? I think Schwerpunkt. That's what we want. Let's encircle the guys around Minsk and there. Whoa. We got a massive gap in our front line at the top. For some reason the game's now assigned this part of Riga to me, and Germany's abandoned the Eastern Front literally completely. He sent all of his divisions west. Then again, he has completely broken through the French line here, so I'm not surprised. Goodbye, encircled French troops. French troops? Yeah, these are all French. Completely out of supply and out of organisation. Alas. Just like the Grand Army. German reinforcements. Let's do that focus, see where that goes. Right, let's encircle all of these guys. And spread out towards Donetsk and Luhansk. Got another bunch of divisions encircled here. Russia's now down to between 15 and 36 divisions. I'm still on the very edge of my manpower limit. Probably make some more divisions be mountaineers. Let's just go for 30. If we have a deficit, we have a deficit, it's fine. We haven't even got a deficit. Right, crush those 5 divisions there. You should really be encircling that guy around Minsk. I don't know why you're not. Yeah, like, look at this! Look at this front! There's 1, 2, 3 Russian divisions, like, on a 1,000-mile front line. It's just vast swathes of it are empty. My first game was Communist Argentina, then Fascist Iran. Communist Argentina? What made you pick Communist Argentina as your first HOI4 game? What was it that drew you to them? Free military factory. We have 2 free factories. I need tanks. I need artillery. I need lots of rubber. Yeah, so we've definitely beaten the Russians now. They're dead. This is it. There's no coming back for this from them. Oh, I'm encircled. I'm cut off. What a disaster. We're gonna be able to recover, but still. Let's do that. Still pushing on. Now we have got cut off here, but that's fine. We can recover that pretty easily. Circle division in Minsk needs to be dealt with. Let's take Tallinn and Tartu. Push on towards Petrograd. We're not far from Moscow now. Between 14 and they've got like 20 divisions maybe. We're still running out of manpower. Taking casualties. I guess it is all the AI stuff going on. We lost 307,000 so far in this war. Take Rostov, and that'll cut off this one division here. Got 2 trapped here, need to be dealt with. Oh, we've got 10 new factories. What did we capture? Oh, was that Minsk? Yeah, Minsk falling to us gave us 10 new ones. What do we need? We need loads of tanks. Tanks, armoured cars even. What I mean. What else do we need? Not a lot. Support equipment, in fact. Okay, stop this attack. You're clearly losing. So we just walk into Petrograd. I need to capture the little provinces we haven't captured before. Okay, our front line is now broken. Let's get a new offensive line. Running down this way. Tsaritsyn, obviously the old name for Stalingrad. Recover our position here. Complete the encirclement of those 2. Voronezh. I think we can move on Moscow now pretty safely. Vodka says my first game was Italy. Oh, you just came back from holiday in Argentina. That's why you picked them. That's cool. Then Vodka played about 10 times as Germany, and so I got a perfect peace deal. Germany is like massively the most played nation in HOI4. Like I think it's like 20. I remember what HOI4 said. The dev said at one point. And Germany was like 20%, 25% of all games on HOI4 played as Germany. It's unsurprising. Germany's the most fun nation to play because you're the most powerful nation, and you have the most ability and freedom to make the divisions you want and attack who you want. Oh yeah, I forgot this is all Russia. Finland wasn't independent yet. Forgot about that. Russia given up yet? I control like their most important urban centres now. You still haven't given up though. I should delete all these divisions. There's no point. We're going to run out of manpower. When we do, we'll have to go on to the next manpower law, I suppose. Right. Okay. So we take what is Stalingrad. Will that be enough? I don't think we hold enough territory. They're only at 68%. They hold both Petrograd and Moscow. Let's take Novgorod and up here, and also take Viipuri. It's Helsinki. So this is all core state now, isn't it? All these extra victory points. How are we going in the west? Yeah, France has lost. It's over for France. But the problem is we have to take Britain. How the hell do you take Britain without paratroopers? But how are we going to get naval superiority? I guarantee the Germans have probably frittered their entire fleet away in pointless naval battles against the Germans, the British even. That's what they always do. Right, take this land here. Push on to Yaroslav. Alright, Tsaritsyn is now mine. Krasnodar, Maikop, Grozny. Baku is worth 20. Right, let's go straight for Baku. There's literally like one division on this entire Caucasus front. Now I've got 10 new factories I can spend. Death of Franz Joseph. Oh no, my emperor is dead. Now we've got Karl I. The Austrian emperor passed in Schönberg Palace today. He is succeeded by his grandnephew Charles I. However, it is questionable as to how the empire will remain intact with the loss of such a grand central figure. Well, sorry. We're going to stay intact, of course we are. We're a great empire, you know? Right, come on Russia, give it up now, you've lost, you've clearly lost. How did they get Tsaritsyn back? How did that happen? Your plan isn't activated. Ah, that one there isn't. Shift click, come on. Why is it not doing it? It's that one. I don't want to do that. Shift click. Click. It's not doing it. Why are you not doing it, game? Right, say one thing for it. Only one thing for it. Make a different army, and then all be happy as Larry, and we can sleep safe in our beds, knowing that you won't have accidentally triggered a massive assault over the Alps. Easy enough. Okay. We'll put this guy in charge. Rudolf Sturger von Steiner. Sturger. We've got no field marshals. All we have Anton Liposak. Congratulations. Since when is there the Great War in Endsieg? Since today. Well, since like a few days ago. This mod had an update. My dear friend Jars Shenik X. And now it features a Great War bookmark, which is fun. And we're just here mopping up the Russians. They now have a massive 18 divisions, maybe, at most. They've taken 2.09 million casualties. They have almost no manpower. They've decided not to go from limited up to anything else because reasons. We have new divisions. Might as well go in the west, I guess. We don't need them in the east. We've won. Just take. Why is that the thing in the river? Oh, come on, Russia. 88%. Ugh. Just take the provinces. We've got half their army that's left encircled. It's so silly. You know that Austria Hungary was the most liberal state in Europe at that time. Was it? Well, even more liberal than the UK? I'm genuinely surprised. Then again, I guess the UK was not that liberal in the 1910s. It wasn't until sort of later on that they were liberalising reforms. Alright, come on. Kill. Maybe take Sevastopol. Ha ha ha. Aha! Oh, you're right. What am I doing? Divisions. What? Why are there Australians in Crimea? We'll take Sebastopol. Maybe that'll do it. Did you do GCSE history? I did not do GCSE history, actually, funnily enough. When I was at school, they offered us a group of us a chance to do AS level history whilst we were in year 11 or year 10 or 11. So I never did GCSE history. I did AS level at school, and then an A level at college. Right, okay, we're pushing from the wrong side here, really. Let's just grab some guys. Like, you guys. Come over here. And take Crimea. This is going to be a pain in the arse to push through, isn't it? I'm pretty sure when we take Sevastopol, they'll give up. The French are basically... They have almost no troops left as well. Got one division in front of Paris there. Okay, we're now up to 76 military factories, so we're going to put even more on cars. Down to 1,000. Deficit. Come on, guys. There's not many left now. Basically all encircled. Get these guys to continue to do a tour of victory points. Astrakhan could be doing with being taken, couldn't it? What happened to the guys I dispatched down here? Oh no! Did they get there and then move away again? Because I wasn't paying attention. I think so. All right, let's pay attention this time. I'm gonna watch them every step of the way. Right, please don't have a division stood right there that's gonna block me. Just don't do that. There we are. No. Get Sebastopol. There we are. Yeah, that'll be it. They've basically gone already. 98%. We've won. We've defeated the Russians. Obviously, we won't get a peace conference because we have to defeat the British, which is just like impossible. Well, it's not impossible, but pain in the arse, isn't it? Oh, I'm paused. Oops. Like, Britain is a major power. Of course they are. They've gone. The game's frozen. Hooray! Come on, game. You can do it. Yes! The Russian Empire has capitulated. Oh, nice. We now have a whole one more factory for achieving that. That looks nice, doesn't it? So now I guess we just help out our allies. French have capitulated. As soon as Paris falls, when the Germans decide to actually attack it, that will have fallen. But yeah, major factions left to surrender: French Republic, United Kingdom. I don't know how we're going to get to the UK because we can't use paratroopers, so we're going to just launch loads of naval invasions if we can, but how are we going to get naval superiority? They've got like 200 ships. Germany has 55. Yeah, we're not getting across, are we? Oh dear. Well, Italy could probably be taken quite easily. But that will all have to be for another time, because we are at this late hour going to end the stream so that I may go to bed. So, thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoy the stream, please follow me on Twitch to be notified of when I go live. I'm told that's how it works. Or subscribe to me on YouTube, where I post some videos sometimes about gaming. Or my other channel, where I post videos sometimes about history. You see how I got two different channels for like two different types of content? Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna go then. Goodbye everyone, thank you very much for watching this stream. It's been fun, and we're going to be doing way more Endsieg content, both on stream and on YouTube, in the coming days, weeks, months and years. Until then, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.